I'm going to try to create a flow as far as what I do want to say and kind of go over, but the parts are so integrated with each other, they do feed off of each other, that it's less of a vertical conversation as far as a list of things to go over and more of like a spider web, array of things that are all mixed together. But obviously we've all heard the cliche, you fail to plan and you plan to fail. A lot of the reason that last year we kind of felt like we were always on our heels is because we didn't necessarily have a plan for what we were about to do. It was organized chaos at best. We were all trying to get everything done, but nobody necessarily even knew the exact jobs or responsibilities of each other, and therefore we could have gone quite a bit farther than we did. And so what do you do every day? What has to be done and why, right? So that the next person can just step in and fill it in. And also so we're creating these daily habits. Creating good habits are what make a company great. So we always need to have this outlook of what's around us, but narrow our focus on what we're doing right now, what has to get done. And the first thing that I feel like we need to kind of hone in on as far as narrowing that focus is the golden question, who are we?
It's one of the easiest things to find, but one of the hardest to hold on to. In a generation that's encompassed in social media, it's hard to find the authenticity in anything. It's elusive. It's callous. And like trust, once it's lost, it's not easily found. Our story starts in Logan, Utah, where before anything can even get off the ground, it requires a game plan.
My name is Daehan Jang. My position at TRIXIN, let's see. I have two main roles here. Managing stock and inventory and getting the clothing into our hands, and I am lead of planning all of our conventions. So CVXLive, I kind of head that department, and Playlist and VidCon and all that stuff. So
today is a very big day because it is restock day. So we are getting for sure counts of how many we're going to put in the store and how many we're going to put online, and then get it all prepared for tonight so when we drop, everything runs very smoothly.
You're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9. Come on.
Since we've opened a store in the mall, it doubles the amount of work based on the turnover from each restock or launch. The store's closed on Sundays in order to regroup and try to stay ahead.
this part of the season is very, very important. This period is very stressful for me because these conventions are kind of all put on me, so I feel like everything has to be perfect and everything needs to be in line. So I get very antsy, but I love them and they've all been great. So yeah, these are huge right now. I mean, this is kind of what's going to start defining our company and just push us forward to be what we want to be.
Like, we literally have nothing. And it's like honestly a disadvantage. Like, I think for this stuff, I want to make it limited. For like our other stuff, we just need to have in stock. Because like if it's not a hot commodity, like someone's gonna buy it eventually. Because literally, if that's out of stock too, there's nothing like at all that people can buy at like weeks at a time, and that's like terrible.
What's up? Yeah. Constellation T, OG Floral, Union T, Maroon. I have it all on paper.
Right now, I'm just getting the website so it can work.
With this many moving parts, communication is key to eliminate as many mistakes as possible, as it could later affect the outcome of how successful a launch, or in this case, a restock, ends up being.
So yeah, we just got done and we're gonna clean up here and then I'll come over and let's get all this put in.
Right on.
That's Aaron.
Aaron Jacques Lafitte. Let's see. Aaron is when I think of Aaron, I think of, you know, when you call those companies and you get like that person, they're like, hey, this is tech support, how can I help you? And you get like a really lovable guy. That's Aaron.
My name is Carl Malone. Please run help, send help. I run IT. I enjoy long walks on the beach, kissing in the rain, and virgin margaritas.
Aaron. Which side of Aaron?
We need to fire Tribe Tyler.
Aaron. Aaron is a different cut of fabric.
Aaron Lafitte or Aaron Lafitte's hair?
That wasn't. That wasn't fake either.
You guys, I always dreamed of doing something like this because these guys have recently got me into the office. So one day, I hope
Sorry about this. Dehan's a little behind on pop culture.
And by that time, I hope we have someone, and I can have someone like Pam. I can go to the receptionist's office all the time. And Tribe Tyler will be Dwight. Dwight Fruit. I think Michael would be Shay in a kind of a different way.
I mean, I still try to.
Dude, there's so many signatures on this wall.
Isn't it cool?
How many do you think there's on this wall? 37.
You know, these are portrayed in a different...
Let's watch as Dehan digs himself into a hole here.
If they were to be someone, I feel like Shay would be Michael, our fearless leader. Derek would be Andy Bernard. Who would be Meredith is the question. We need a Meredith in our company. Very bad.
Welcome to Logan's Nipples.
So whenever you're ready, you just bang out these numbers. Just gonna write them down. I have them all written down, but I think it'd be easier if I just read off.
This is the part where we update the numbers from what we have from the restock to what we have in store to what we have online. It's a bit of a process. I forgot to mention Aaron just got an iPhone.
What's this live? You can take live pictures.
He's an Android fan.
It's a video, but Apple invented it. What does that live do? I don't want that. So yeah, I just I'm gonna take the majority of these pics that we have, I guess.
Yeah.
I just shrunk down the pictures because load time is killing me right now.
Do you think by 5
Tonight?
you'll be ready?
Yeah, as long as
Okay.
the video's ready too.
Okay, yeah. And I'm gonna tell Sam then to start hyping it.
Go. Unless there's a tornado.
Yeah.
We'll die.
Kelly Kapora's good friend, the IT guy, Aaron.
Yeah.
I am uploading a restock video. We shot it last minute, but that's kind of how we work. More times than not. I don't necessarily like that. That's what we have to deal with. Turned out really good too. I think it's funny. Alright, guys, don't watch this video. I want to watch it with you guys. It's funny. See what they have to say.
Okay, where are you at?
I just finished uploading it and I'm on my way over. Wait like 5 minutes. You told him?
Just now.
Yeah, I lost all that footage.
How?
I thought like I imported it off my camera and I didn't. And yeah. So me and Aaron had to kind of like reshoot this earlier today.
Oh, that's why you asked if we were home.
Yeah.
Alright.
This is the first time seeing the video after it's gone live. We usually make it an event.
Wow. That shot is great.
Hi there.
You look like SpongeBob.
Why does that look like SpongeBob?
Very SpongeBob. I like this music.
Guess the name of this song.
in your wildest dreams.
It's close. I love the black text. No smiles.
Cars just
All business, yeah. One guy like honked and waved at Tyler and like, hello sir.
Potato Land?
Tomato Land.
Tomato Land. Interesting.
Strictly a joke. Please don't sue it.
Tink gets hit by a car. That was a perfect answer.
Man, that shot is fantastic.
That was a great shot.
Thank you.
Out of the mountain.
Yeah. That's why my John Cena was moved. I was like, why?
Yes!
Great.
Rotating tires and
Hey, bro, did you rotate
Jim.
your tires this morning too?
yeah.
Same.
Did you? Are we samesies? Logan, we're wearing the same color shirt, same brand shirt, and we both rotated our tires this morning.
What are the dude, it's a badass club. Welcome.
Wow. I'm already in that club. I've never been in that club.
Feel lucky, don't screw it up. Where did you go?
Les Schwab.
Nice.
You went to Jiffy Lube?
Yeah. They're the only place that has a lift that'll actually get the truck off the ground.
No way.
Yeah. Les Schwab didn't have a proper jack.
That's a fun problem to have. Your truck's too big that you can't even rotate its tires.
Truck's too
What are you
big.
compensating for again? Remind me. So freaking inspirational. And not even just because, I don't know, that dude's deep. To run, I mean, not even just because he ran 50 Ironman in 50 days in 50 states, but just everything that he does on the side for other people, you know? And he doesn't exploit it, like he's just legit. So I'm excited to meet him.
I remember when he was featured
Or sit down with him. Yeah, yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
What's this dude's last name?
Lawrence, James Lawrence. And then obviously to sit down with CVX and see their office, you know, which is probably going to be nothing crazy. I don't care about that, but I just want to finalize this. In order for us to really push forward, we've got to know, we just have to have a tangible feel for everything that's going on. My name is Derek Miller. I basically answer to everybody else and do whatever they tell me to do. It's that simple.
Derek, he's the rock, kind of. He's not a father figure, and I shouldn't say that, but he is definitely a guy that knows how to have fun but keep us on task.
We'll talk to him, you know.
Wearing a cup.
I've done the 2 world records before that, but just really light.
So previously, just so you guys know, the previous record was 20 Ironmans, right? In a year, and you did 30.
Yeah, 30 official events through 11 countries.
We rode the Grand Fondo. Hey, Dana,
There was one.
remember the Grand Fondo 100-mile bike race?
Yeah. This shit was terrible.
So I'm actually putting on a race this year.
So just in case you missed that, this is James. He likes doing Ironman challenges. For those of you who don't know what an Ironman is, it's basically a race that involves 2.4 miles of swimming, 26.2 miles of running, and a 112-mile bike race consecutively, without stopping. It's considered to be one of the most difficult one-day sporting events in the world. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, James did 50 of these in 50 days. Casually eating lunch with someone who's written physical human history. It goes without saying that James is a crazy person.
Mixed up between swim, bike, and run. So you can either do it as a team,
Okay.
or if you do the Iron Cowboy Challenge, you do it solo.
Right now he's explaining to us a new race that he's starting for charity.
It's the equivalent of 2 full Ironman distance triathlons stacked back to back. It'll probably take
Can
the
you do
winner.
that?
Derek's thinking of every
Can you
excuse
do
in his
2
head right
Ironmans
now.
back to back? Did I hear that right? You're going to do 2 Ironmans back to back.
But not in Ironman format, but it'll be the equivalent of all the distances. Okay. So you're gonna go like there's 30 specific stages, and it might go swim, bike, run, swim, depending on where we take you through Utah. Okay. But it is the equivalent of the same mileage. It breaks down to that. Okay. And so the guys that do it solo and probably win the solo division will probably be 30 straight hours. You can take a nap anytime you want, but I wanted to give people a taste of what I went through in 50 days. I want to fatigue you and go, because the 50 days for me was one big day with naps. I only averaged 4 hours of sleep a night on the floor of a moving van, right? And then do physical activity for 12 to 14 hours a day, all while you're trying to raise money for charity and bring the communities out together. And so I want people to say, look, do that for 2 days. Do it for 2 days.
James thinks we're in much better shape than we actually are.
Dude, I like that guy. I hope you guys felt like that was worth our time, because I do.
Yeah, no, he's a very unique guy.
I feel like the biggest loser.
Dude, the more I think about that, he did 50 Ironmans in 50 days. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
It's unhuman. How long is one Ironman again?
Too long.
It's
It's longer than a marathon.
100.
Yeah, you guys are like fathoming
Is
this
it
right
sad
now.
that we don't know?
It's like
What is
over 100 though, isn't it?
Here, let's ask Siri.
That's serious, she knows.
Siri never knows.
What is an Iron Man?
Well, Dirk.
A movie from the 1990s.
Oh, they brought in
The movie?
the movie.
It brought up the movie.
Yeah.
I know it. So do you think he knows Robert?
What's that? Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
He's got to know him. I mean, if
Derek's a perfect mix between friend and boss. So like we respect him as one of our leaders, but at the same time he's just one of the bros.
75. Says to 75. Oh, okay.
sorry.
It's number 3.
Right.
Here, hang tight.
There's 2 floors. Are they just suites?
Okay, it's not back there.
There's a sermon going on. Gotta get out of here.
What was
This is where it took us.
195 north,
1332.
1330 west? A, number A3. So we need to see if this is A3.
Suite A1.
Oh, shit.
No dimension to it. No like main stage area.
Salt Palace would be the best.
Salt Palace is good, but
Today's a big meeting with
Yeah.
CVXLive.
huge.
We're getting things finalized about the layout of the event and where our booth's gonna go.
That's this year, right?
Salt Palace is awesome because there's so many extra rooms. You can have different private events in there.
And this is actually what we want to see this year is kind of what the attendance goes to, and if we can get enough people come and move to bigger venue, because we like it. It's not ideal for that. I mean, just because you can really only have one stage there.
One main.
Yeah, one stage at all, really.
As far as our setup, because I know last year when we came, you guys had it really separated, right? It was like, because I know like Logan had one, I had one, like Sam and Jen had one. Booths, yeah. As far as setting up that, how is that going to go this year? Is it going to kind of be the same type of thing, or are we going to set? Because I know Shay wants us to kind of roll as like a crew. Like he wants like, instead of separating people by individuals, like all of us together.
Ideally, we always try to keep everyone together for a more laid-back atmosphere at the events.
Shay would probably want to have his own.
After all, TRIXIN is a family. That's what the company was built on, and we're always going to make that clear.
For crowd control purposes, it would make sense to put some together, give some their own, and that you guys could probably tell us.
We can schedule you guys all at the same time. Like, so what we're doing this year, last year we set up all those booths, and they were there the entire time. Like, even if you weren't there signing, what we want to do this year is give more space for vendors up there and only have, I think, 10 talent booths and just rotate them.
Yeah.
So what we could do is say, okay, Shay, from 3 to 5 p.m.
And you can be
he's
here,
Sam
right
is
next to
here,
each other or
Jahan,
something.
Logan,
like,
you're all right
skip
there.
to there, or whatever, however many booths. You guys can tell us how you want to do it, but with the understanding that for the purposes of getting people in and through, like if somebody wants to come see you, but Shay's got this really long line, say, well, I'm not wanting to wait in that line to see you, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
However we want to spread it out is.
I think you guys have big enough followings, seeing last time how many people were standing in line.
Which I don't mean that as an
included.
insult. Oh, no.
I didn't take that at all.
And vice versa.
Yeah, what we're saying is we think there's going to be enough people that it's smart to spread you out, even if you're scheduled at the same time, so all your booths are right next to each other. But so it's people like, all right, I'll stand in line for Logan first, then I'll go see Samka, then I'll go see Dahan, instead of like one giant, enormous line to see everybody.
On the floor, unless you guys really want to do something else.
And that's the location right when people.
That's
after they
where
come
the
through main
stairs
hallway,
are.
They drop down the
Get up
stairs,
and
so it'd be
down.
right there.
Yeah, right there.
And so I don't know, but if you wanted to have it up in the area where it couldn't be 30 by 30 up there, just because.
Well, I mean,
are you
almost
sure?
instead of having like our own meet and greet spots like they were last year, just having it there. Because I know Shay, he prefers heavily on. He's like, hey, I'm gonna be at our booth at this time.
Pushing it.
And then,
Are we good? Do we have?
Yeah, we're good.
Seatbelts are on. Anyway, so James Lawrence, 50 Ironmans in 50 states in 50 days. One of those guys that when he puts his head to something, he's gonna stick to it. That's got to be our philosophy. So we had lunch with him today. Everybody liked their sushi.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
Dehan, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was the sushi?
7.5.
I don't think mine was cooked
7.5.
Wait, I think that's what sushi is, right?
There you go.
And then we met with CVX, 25th and 26th of March. On our way home, success for the most part.
Derek's a G. Look, the camera isn't even on his face. Doesn't even care. Once we finalized a few more plans, we had a few days until we filled in the dude who started it all.
I just didn't have time to clean up the house before you guys got here.
This is Shay. Shay's the dude who added Targe to the end of his name and makes videos daily of his family. I guess it was successful or something, one thing led to another. He got with some friends, started some YouTube company, which was later sold to Disney for close to $1 billion. But as you can see, that doesn't exempt anybody from being an absolute nutball.
Oh. Lights.
In short, Shay's the reason we're all here. He didn't just start the company. He's the proof that we can be whatever it is we want to be.
Your movie, Tyler.
In other words, Shay brings the energy.
Put this in your picture. What's that? That's a line from a movie. Put this in your paper. Put this in your paper. It's an old western, remember?
No, it's write that in your book.
Write that in your book. And
Yeah,
like,
that was Dances with Wolves.
oh yeah, because he's right, and he's like, or what if we had a game where it was like you have to find Brittany, like the first one to find a Brittany, just to like you just call out a random name and then you have to find it. Maddie, Gerardo, Megan, Brooklyn. Oh, where's a Brittany? Brighton, Ryan.
Whenever I explain what TRIXIN is to people, I always relate Shay to like Michael Jordan or like a Larry Bird or a Magic Johnson. You're like, okay, those are one of the OGs that no matter what happens, like you always respect. Like no matter what happens in the game, you'll always know that name.
It's fun to just sit and like the Shay turds and TRIXIN just on the side. Check it out. This is exciting because we're gonna do a lot more of this. We should tweet that. Olga K. Hey guys, I'm so excited for Moosh Walks to go in the TRIXIN family. We want to sell creators stuff in our store. I'm freaking wear these right now. Look at those. And exciting, I like these Moosh Walks, but she has some baby socks that's coming. I think we could sell really well.
Nice, for sure. Let me see that pink one.
You got any babies that need some baby socks? Yeah, put this one on her. Did you get your sock one? Your sock socks? Fit her entire body into this one.
I know.
Look at that! Look at her. Is that a nice sock?
It's eating my
That's a good sock. Look at that.
Congratulations, you are the first.
She's got her socks on.
Oh no, don't start that again. That gets in my kid's head.
They like that
all
song.
forever.
I love you. She's looking at it. She doesn't know she likes it.
Doesn't know what to think. Do you want to be a keynote speaker?
Yeah, that would be cool. What do they mean by keynote? Like when it first opens?
No, it's just it really is. Like when I met James, he was a keynote speaker at an insurance convention that I take my guys to. So you're
the Iron Cowboy was?
Yeah, he was a keynote speaker. So we'll get you more details, but they just wanted to see if you'd be willing to talk and go over just kind of your why. You know, a little bit deeper than just a self-promotion like I wrote a book, but your why.
Are we having separate meet and greets or are we all going to be together? Because I know that like there's separate things, but like I don't think there should be separate meet and greets.
We're all in the booth.
Yeah, that's what I like that feeling better. I like being at the booth. It's just funner. It's funner like interacting with you guys and like something funny happens and we're all like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I like that a playlist.
Yeah. No, we can do that.
I just think it consolidates time too because then, you know, everybody can meet everybody. Dehan yelled at me because I tweeted it was in Salt Lake. He's like, it's in Orem. I'm like, dude, that's the airport he's flying into.
Yeah.
Nobody has heard of Orem.
Dejan is all football. He's one of those guys that he just ducks his head and goes with it. So if something's got to be done, boom. I mean, you just put that man in charge and it gets done. And Nikes. Football, Nikes, in that order.
No, don't mind us. The way I would describe Dejan, there is a line, and a car is driving on this line. And on this side is confidence, and this side is arrogance, and the person behind that wheel is a drunk driver.
Dejan has me do this thing where I take his Instagram pictures, and tonight he brought us to Walmart in the frozen food aisle.
Oh my, I was like, I can't do that stuff. On a track, people.
It went really good. In the midst of the constant planning battle, the introductory lease to our space in the mall is up. Since everything's constantly growing, we signed for a longer lease in a bigger space.
I was walking down to the mall offices one day and I saw it. Like, this was a beautiful store. I've liked the layout of this store, right? When they had another actual clothing company in here. And then that Monday they were gone. I looked in through the gates and I'm like, what happened? Well, they moved out just overnight. They were gone. And so I asked for a key. We came in here, and when I looked at this specifically, like, we needed more space for the register area. That was just a joke. We had like 3 square feet for a cash register in our first store, which was fine because that's all they had available at the time. It's more modern. So the store in and of itself, yeah, it's a pain to move, but I mean, we're gonna be here for at least another year, so we might as well like the store that we're in. We're an online company, right? So the majority of our production comes from shipping. In the end, we had to do a makeshift back room, warehouse, if you will, in the other store, whereas this is completely sectioned off. You wouldn't even know that it's back there, so we have our own shipping area in the back room as well. It's just, I mean, overall, it's a pain, but it was a no-brainer to do.
Finding your voice is what falls before the end and starts right after the beginning. It evolves in the struggles and solidifies after we've learned from our mistakes. Because after all, we're all born with an authentic nature. But whether you keep that or not is what creates your identity.
We really need to not force anything. We need to let something that we want to make and we think is cool, and nothing that we make for somebody else. We want to make it for ourselves because we like it.
But the first year, I mean, this was just us trying to figure everything out. None of us have run a clothing store before, but you know what? We're gonna figure out how to do it. And we learned how to work with each other. We learned each other's strengths, what works best for our company. So now that we've gotten 2015 out of the way, if you will, and we've worked out a lot of these kinks, now for 2016, we've been able to delegate where people fit best within the company, right? So the next few months, within those roles that we've all kind of inherited or worked ourselves into, we've got CVXLive coming up in March, then we've got Playlist in April, and those are the things, like those are the rally sessions, those are the big hoorahs, you know, where we can all get together and be with the people.
With CVXLive 4 weeks away, there's still a lot to be done in Logan, Utah. With the new store opening and preparing for the launch of a new line, the story is only getting started for the team at TRIXIN Clothing.